Good morning, students. Welcome back to my 41th video for class 11 economics. This is part B, microeconomics. Under microeconomics we were discussing unit 3, producers behavior and supply. Okay, and this is part 11 of this unit. So I hope you all have gone through the revision video for the online test to be held tomorrow. So I want everyone to get above 7. Okay, so please go through what we have discussed. Next, see the law of variable proportion. So we were discussing the law of variable proportion, right? So it is an important law of production which shows the nature of rate of change in output due to a change in only one variable factor of production. Okay, so this is a short run law where one factor of production is kept fixed and there is change in the value of the other variable. Okay, other variable factor only, not in the fixed factor. Okay, so this is a short run law, and this law is also called the law of return to factor. Okay, so return to a factor, it means the resultant increase in the total product when only one factor is increased, keeping all the other factors fixed. So this is the statement of the law. So this statement, this law states that as we increase the quantity of one input, keeping other inputs fixed, total product, that is TP, initially increases at an increasing rate, then at a decreasing rate, and then finally at a negative rate. Okay, so this law shows us three phases. Okay, so according to the law of variable proportion, the changes in total product and also the marginal product can be classified into three phases. First phase is TP increase at an increasing rate, and with that MP increases. Phase 2 is TP increases but at a decreasing rate, and along with it MP decreases but it remains positive. Okay, phase 3 is TP falls, it is negative, marginal product is -10. Okay, so this law gives us three phases. So these are the assumptions which we have discussed in our earlier classes. So it operates in the short run. This law applies only to the field of production. Different units of the variable factor can be combined with fixed factor. The state of technology is assumed to be constant. All variable factors are equally efficient. Okay, these are the assumptions that we need to go through. So this is the table. So this table clearly shows the three phases of this law. So fixed factor, it is constant throughout. One variable factor which we have taken as labor, it increases from 1 to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so it goes on increasing. With that TP, at first it increases at an increasing rate. So this is the phase of increasing return to a factor. Okay, this is the phase increasing return to a factor. Here MP increases, okay, from 10 to 20. MP increases, and TP, it increases at a increasing rate from 10 to 30. This is the second phase. TP increases, okay, from 45 to 52. Again it remains at 52. It increases but at a decreasing rate. Okay, and at this stage marginal product is decreasing. It remains positive but it keeps on decreasing. Okay, the third phase is the negative return to a factor. So in this stage MP becomes negative. MP becomes negative and total product, it falls from 52 to 48. It falls, and this is phase 3. Okay, so this is the diagram which I have shown here. So please go through this diagram. I hope you have drawn this. I told you to draw it in our earlier class, right? So you have to draw two panel here, okay? This is the first one, this is the second one, okay? So see here, x-axis measures units of variable factor and y-axis measures total product, okay? Don't write this in units, no need to write all this, okay? So in this panel also we measure units of variable factor in the x-axis and marginal product on the y-axis, okay? So this law is divided into three phases: first phase, second phase, third phase, okay? Three phases. In the first phase we have seen that TP increases, okay? TP increases and along with it MP also increases from 10 to 20, and TP it increases at an increasing rate. So here see TP increases at a increasing rate like this, okay? This is the first phase, and along with that MP also increases, okay? MP is increasing. You can see in the second phase TP is increasing, no doubt it is increasing, but it is increasing at a decreasing rate from 45 to 52, only 7. From 52 to 52 it remains almost constant, right? But MP is falling. So here TP is increasing, no doubt it is increasing, but it is increasing at a slower rate, so it is little bit flatter. This portion is very steep, right? Because TP is increasing at an increasing rate here, right? Here in this portion TP is increasing, but it is increasing at a decreasing rate, so it is little bit flatter, okay? It is flatter than marginal product. It is decreasing in the second stage, right? It is decreasing, see, okay, in the second phase. So you can see in the second phase MP becomes 0, right? Here MP becomes 0 in the second phase. So you can see here in the second phase the MP curve touch the x-axis, means MP is 0 here, okay? In the third phase you can see that TP falls to 48, okay? TP falls to 48. So here you can see that TP here it falls, okay? This TP is taking this turn, it falls, and along with it MP becomes negative, okay? In this portion MP becomes negative in the third phase. So these are the three phases, okay? In the first phase TP is increasing at an increasing rate, MP is increasing. TP is increasing at a decreasing rate, MP is falling. TP falls and MP it becomes negative, okay? So please draw this diagram. So phase 1, that is increasing return to scale, okay? Increasing return to scale. So in the first phase every additional variable factor adds more and more to the total output. It means TP increases at an increasing rate and MP of each variable factor rises, okay? Second phase, to diminishing return to factor. First phase, okay, TP increases at an increasing rate and MP of each variable factor rises. Second phase, so in the second phase every additional variable factor adds lesser and lesser amount of output, and it means that TP increases at a diminishing rate and MP falls with the increase in variable factor. So this region, that is why this phase is also known as diminishing return to a factor, okay? Now see in the last phase, phase 3, the employment of additional variable factor causes TP to decline, okay? MP now becomes negative, okay? In this stage MP becomes negative and TP declines. So therefore this phase is known as negative return to a factor. Okay. Now my question is, which is the phase of operation? Which is the phase of operation? So if you are a producer, suppose that you are a producer, okay, so in which phase will you like to operate? Will you like to produce? Okay, which phase will you choose? So as a rational producer, you will always want to operate in phase 2. Okay, I repeat, as a rational producer, you will always want to produce in phase 2. Why? Because in phase 1, employment of every additional input in a variable factor gives you more and more output. That is, in the first phase, marginal product increases. So you will never stop your production on that stage. When your marginal product is increasing, and with the employment of one more variable factor, you are getting more and more TP. TP is increasing at an increasing rate, then why will you stop your production, right? So you will continue to produce. You will employ more and more input of variable factor. So it means that there is scope for more profit. If production is increased with more units of variable factor, you will get more profit. So you will never stop producing in phase 1. You will go on employing more and more units of variable factor. Now you will reach phase 2. Okay, but in phase 3, listen to me carefully. In phase 3, the marginal product of each variable factor is negative. Okay, so will you like to operate there? Because when you are employing more and more unit of variable factor, you are not getting any profit. TP is falling. So will you want to produce on that stage? Never, right? So why? Because at that stage, marginal product is negative. So this phase is ruled out on the ground that of technical inefficiency, and a rational producer will never produce in the third phase. Will you want to produce when you are having loss? No. When you are bringing one labor and employing him, and his marginal product, means the gain that you are getting from him is negative, not even zero, will you want to produce? No. Okay, so you will never produce in phase 3. So this brings us to the conclusion that a producer will aim to produce in phase 2, as TP is maximum and MP of each variable factor is positive. While you are employing more and more unit of variable factor, you are getting positive marginal product. Okay, so you will continue to produce where? On the second phase. Okay, so this is all about the law of variable proportion. In our next class, we will be studying the regions for law of variable proportion. Okay, till then go through. So what we have discussed today, we have discussed the law of variable proportion, statement, assumptions, table, and we have discussed the diagrammatic explanation of this law. Okay, and the phase of operation. So please go through. If you have any doubt, please let me know. Okay, thank you.